When the likes of Professor Dora Akinyele was there, she did so much. Akinyele of blessed memory, she did so much.
Okay.
Now, this whole thing, like with what I have seen, is very bad, is maddening. I don't know why humans will be that wicked to do such thing to their fellow human beings by making such drugs for consumptions, such drinks for consumptions, when they know how poisonous it is.
Okay.
Now, I think that the better way of curbing this is getting these people arrested, you know, getting them arrested, then let them really pay for it.
Sealed 150 shops, if I'm not mistaken. You know, about 150 shops.
250.
And this one is 250.
Okay,
the first one was 150. Yes. You know, and then they saw the repercussions and everything that happened. And then this new set actually ventured into it. Do you think that the repercussion, like you mentioned, making them, you know, pay for?
You see, crime is something that never finishes. Now this man will do and go scot-free, the other man will do and be caught. When this one is caught, you see a different set of people who still want to do it because of the money involved. You know, they make a whole lot of money from these adulterated drinks. How will you go get a Bentlevich that you buy for over 70-something thousand naira and you adulterate and sell it at that same amount? You know, the kind of materials you use in producing such drinks are not even worth the money you sell them. So there is so much in it. It's just like crime anywhere in the world. It doesn't end. The next man will always want to come and see what he can make out from it, because if this one is being caught tomorrow, they will say maybe he's not smart, that is why he was caught. So the next man will want to come because it has a whole lot of profit in it.
Okay, thank you. Barrister Okoro, considering the fact that Aba, this has affected Abia State in particular, I want to get your thoughts concerning the economic depreciation that would actually, you know, get into this, due to the fact that we've heard about this over and over. Before now, we used to say, oh, go to Aba. You want to buy this, we go to Aba. You want to do this, we go to Aba. For this instance, that we've been hearing stories, consequent stories about fake products being produced in Aba. How do you think it will affect the city in particular?
It doesn't even matter.
So the people that invest in the city don't buy clothing, foodstuffs.
Yes.
Most of them will go there to buy. In this instance that we're hearing, buy cheaply, that we're hearing that Abbas is producing all of these fake things that we consume. Do you think this good buying and selling will still continue, or there will be a depreciation in the economy of the state?
It's not going to affect anything. It's not going to affect.
Why do you think it will not affect it?
It will not affect it will not affect the economy of the state. A lot of people are there. It's not going to affect. The only thing now is that people will now begin to look into getting the real product
from the same Aba.
From the same Aba.
How do you defend? You know, so oftentimes when I don't know if you've been to a particular store and they tell you, madam, this one is original, this one is fake, but they look similar. But they will
capacity technology.
Okay.
To identify the original products. It could be a sort of barcode, or each product will have a unique number. Each product could have a unique number.
Okay.
That when you use the either through the barcode, confirming that the product is okay for you to consume. And that is it. They were saying it. The ones that don't have it, nobody ventures because nobody wants to die. So I wonder why it is impossible for them to deploy such technology, such strategy, introduce it into other food, other consumables.
Okay, quickly, I want to bring throughout this question here about, you made mention about Mr. Amenu, about the part where oftentimes you see NAFDAC arrest most of these defaulters, and next time they get released back into the society, and that continues, it's a continuous process. In that instance, what do you think the federal government actually have to do, like the hierarchy when we talk about the presidency, in this instance, if NAFDAC is actually not implementing that part of, holding defaulters accountable and probably detaining them or doing whatever they might do, what do you think should actually be done, what should be done in that instance so it does not continue again, and also pay to the ones that want to venture into it to serve as a warning to others?
Yes, thank you very much. There is no way crime finishes. There is always crime. So I think even with all they have done and all they will be doing, it will not end. Because they see people they caught like not being too smart for them to be caught. And they know that it is very, 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 very profitable business, in as much as it's risky to human consumption and human life. So they will continue to do that. Like, I know places like Aba. Aba is really a flashpoint on this. But I thank God for the present governor, Alex Oti.
Okay.
I know that he's when it comes to things like this, he doesn't play with it. And I know that he will work effectively.
Considering the fact that this is happening the second time in 2 years, what do you think has been done the first time it happened?
Yes, the first time it happened, they did all they could do to ensure that it could not repeat itself.
Okay. The Nigerian Diaspora Commission, NIDCOM, has warned Nigerians in the diaspora to prioritize investments in their home, and saying that the new policies of United States President Trump might get them into the next flights to Lagos or Abuja. Also, the commission lauded Nigerians in different countries for remitting over $90 billion in the last 5 years. Engineer Sule Yakubu, a top official of NIDCOM, spoke on behalf of Mrs. Abike Dabiri Erewa in Bauchi on Monday at a one-day sensitization and advocacy program for promoting diaspora investment potential in Northeast Nigeria. When we need to remind them, we need to tell them that home is home. So please relax, speak and pass the message, she stated. You will never be the first-class citizen in your country of destination, even if you stay there for 100 years. It is here, Nigeria, that they are first-class citizens. So we have to tell them it's this message that home is home, and to develop Nigeria we need both those at home and those in the diaspora. As a government, we acknowledge the importance of the Nigerians in the Diaspora Commission as a gateway to diaspora ideas, knowledge, experience and expertise. Do you think, Barrister Okoro, do you think in this instance, would you stand with NIDCOM about the diasporans investing in Nigeria, considering the fact that Trump has signed the executive order of deporting illegal migrants?
Well, I would say yes and no. When you measure it in balance, the no will weigh heavier than my yes.
Okay.
Nasco biscuit, this is to power your company for 30 days and you still think that you can make profit. They are insecurity. Sometimes you don't even have adequate the technical know-how from there. That's why you hear they get expatriates, and these expatriates are people who finished from technical school. They are expatriates here who will supervise a master's degree holder in engineering, somebody who has never passed through the 4 walls of a university. Over there, it becomes an expatriate in Nigeria, becomes your head, it becomes your HOD to PhD engineer. So what are we talking about? Make the country conducive. People will not have I remember when people, my uncles, they finished schooling in US. Some of them came back here in Nigeria to do business. And those of them that stayed over there now become lucky. those of them that came back here started regretting
it.
Yeah, because you come back, things kept instead of getting better, it's getting worse. Subsequent governments keep making the economy worse, the political terrain worse, security worse. Why are they running away from that idea of it's my own turn, it's national cake, let me take my own cake, I'm the one dividing the national cake now, let me take my larger part. They end up, but I don't want to mention that. If I want to, I will tell you that starting from Buhari and all the rest, it was just wasted years. We thought that Buhari would have helped this country owing to the fact that when he was there as the head of state in the military, he introduced certain policies that people thought were helpful then.
Okay.
There was discipline. Corruption was depleted to almost a zero level, and all the rest. People comported themselves then, and we never knew he was not brain behind that, because when he was not given the chance legitimately,
he did not do anything.
He couldn't perform.
So it's more like Nigerians really want to invest in the country, but we should see what we are investing in working out
be at loss.
Thank you so much in that. Let me hear from Mr. Aminu, please. I'd love to get your thoughts on this.
Thank you very much. Legislators, go and hold your ministers accountable. If they can come back and everybody's hand is on deck to talk to these people, to do the right thing, you will see that Nigeria will be a place that everybody will want to come to. Now, how would they come? If you are to believe you wouldn't want to come, yes, that is just the truth. You will not want to come. How will you put your money in a place you cannot see your money? Waste of opportunities and all that. So it's a difficult one. It's a very difficult one for us now. But I know that God helping, I'd always come. I know you want to talk about this again, but yes, God helping. Nigeria will be a better place.
He said since he was in secondary school, primary thing for Nigeria. I wish that actually happened. Maybe we would have seen a different scenario, since we have done action, protests, peaceful protests and all of that, and talking, and we are not really saying, nobody is saying investing in Nigeria is actually a bad idea. But what are we investing in? Like both of you have stated, what we have invested in, are we seeing the profits out of it? Are we seeing what we are actually, you will not want to, get into a business, you're not getting anything out of it, and all of that. So we just hope that it gets better. Maybe we'll follow your suit side, getting to pray over it, and we hope that Nigeria gets better anyways.
Because there's no how we take prayer out of it.
Oh, okay.
As much as we
might see about that and hope it works, but we just hope it gets better. Thank you so much, gentlemen, on that. Moving forward, Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Abbas Tajuddin, has expressed concern over the prolonged delay in conducting a national numerical strength. Speaking in Abuja during a courtesy visit by the board and management of the National Population Commission, led by Chairman Honorable Nasi Issa Kwara and Director General Dr. Ojugun Telsin Osifo, Speaker Abbas stressed that a biometric census is long overdue. He expressed strong support for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's
coming up with this. I think is a good one, and it should be really looked into. Now, one of the problem we have in this census things, most times the statistics we get is not even what we have. Yes, because now they are saying electronic, biometric and all that. At the end of the day, it will be done manually. At the end of the day, it will be done manually.
Because I remember it was done manually at the time when I saw it. I was way younger when it was done. It was done manually. That they had to write on the.
One of the reasons.
I hope I got it wrong.
One of the reasons why you see there are so much inquisitive of doing these things, how to get funds from it, not even to do the right thing.
Okay.
Yes, because that is Nigeria for you. That is why we are crying. That is why most persons outside the country has refused to come back, because they'll come back. Doing one serious thing there. At the end of the day, they bring figures. They come up with figures to use for when it's time for elections. I think that is one of the reasons they are going for. Is it
not in the medieval period, dark ages? Technology should be deployed. The beavers. What happened at the end? People trusted that technology and everybody relaxed. He who pays the piper, people didn't come to this, to check the inadequacies of that. People didn't come to understand how or begin to critique it. Everybody relax. This one will show them shaggy. By the time you either the bimodal verification, whatever. All the northern states, I'm saying it is the fact, and they know it's the fact. The whole of the northern states that have border with Niger, Mali, Chad, even Burkina Faso, all of them will enter and become citizens. When you go to see, we had a Megad taking care of our compound here in those days. The man is from Jigawa. The one time the children called him that they needed money. Money for what? This to do this NIN. Children, here children don't. I think there's from 18 years before you do NIN. But I asked him, how old are your children? He mentioned 5 years, 7 years, 8 years. Hausa people, how they born from. I said they want to have NIN. They said they are giving them, and he sent money. Send them 3,000. They did it there for 500. It just let it be that there is some commitment. The slip was given to them for whatever reason.
So that means they will be allowed.
What am I saying? Even here now, there's going to be a manipulation. I did my youth service in the north, and I was looking for that population. In fact, in Yola, Adamawa State, I was looking. What I saw was bushes. The areas where you have the Fulani dominated area, you cannot count up to 10,000 people that make up a particular local government. I can mention them, the local governments. You will not see humans. It's just bushes, and it's become a local government. You move from here to another area, there's another local government. But what I'm saying is
there are motives.
What is the purpose?
Okay.
Like the Honorable mentioned, there may be some heinous intentions, and is it going to be done rightly? They will just allocate numbers to areas they want to be populated, to be more populated than the other. When they get 10 in a particular compound, they can make it add 220. It becomes 1,000.
Thank you so much on that, Barrister Okoro. Well, we'll go on a quick break. When we return, we will continue with the rest of the stories. To stay with us. Welcome back. Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) said it has commenced the implementation of some of the recommendations made by stakeholders from the 2023 general elections. INEC Chairman Professor Mahmoud Yakubu stated this during the maiden visit of the new European Union Ambassador to Nigeria and ECOWAS, Gautier Mignot, to the Commission on Tuesday in Abuja. He said that INEC had already commenced the work on the review of its planning tools, such as the strategic plan and the election project plan for future elections. Yakubu said that since the 2023 general elections, the Commission had received reports from many of the 206 national and foreign groups and international organizations accredited to observe the elections. He noted that stakeholders, including the European Union Election Observation Mission, had made a total of all the recommendations that required only administrative action. For instance, in some of the off-cycles, there has been an improvement in the quality of training for the staff, including the deployment of more BVAs machine for this purpose, he said. We were talking, and then you were referring to the INEC, the electoral processes and all of that. And this way here we've gotten Barrister Okoro that they have decided to commence implementation of the 2023 election recommendations because there were issues surrounding it. Well, I would not want to say, I would love to get your thoughts concerning this because all of us were aware about the...
How would they implement it? Have they gone to heaven and come back? We are just deceiving ourselves. You see, no matter how rain beats a leopard, it cannot wash out his spots. So, until we get serious, what do you even expect him to tell the white man that visited him, the European Commission, whatever, the man that visited him, the EU rep or whatever? What will he tell him? He will paint a good picture to him and make them believe. You know, those people are also easily deceived. These white men. Otherwise, ordinarily, I wonder why they are still investing in Nigeria.
They see what we don't see. Someone said, I will not want to call it, but I want to make a statement.
I agree with you.
Yes, they see what we don't see. We do not know what we have. We have so much in this country. Someone actually made mention of something, and he said he had someone, and he asked one of my guests, and he was like, why do you always get angry with the Nigerian government? And he said, if you know how much Nigeria has, you will want to get very angry because you're not seeing all of that yield in the country. And you will not want to get offended with those people when they say certain things because there's so much in the country, but we do not see it. Or is it that we see it and we have not decided to accept it?
Let me start from where I stopped.
Okay.
And I want to make a reversal from that. Yes, these people are not being deceived. You are right. Because of their selfish interest, that's why they keep investing that fund. They're not investing. These people, EU, Paris Club, this and that, gives you money. You think they love Nigeria so much. That's not true. It's still that imperialist, neo-colonialist agenda. They still want to have everything from you, and when here is okay for them, that is when they will be able to do that. And some other, the military said they have foreigners fighting alongside this Boko Haram and all these insurgents in the north. You have Europeans, white men, they have Chinese, alongside with them in that bush where they train soldiers. That's where you see those people. What is their interest? What they cannot get through a legitimate means, they want to get through sponsoring of banditry and insurgency. You know, so these people have a perennial interest in our economy, not on we as humans.
So in essence, INEC will not implement this 2023 elections recommendation
we will see.
that have been given to them.
Now, 2027. We will see now.
Okay, thank you so much. Let me hear quickly from Honorable Amenu, please. What do you have to say concerning this?
Right. Thank you very much. It's just that INEC has really failed Nigerians. INEC, led by Mahmoud Yakubu, has failed Nigeria. What we expected in the last general elections was not what we, because of the way. First, we knew that behind bars, I know that politicians will not want to sleep. They always want to look for a way out, because our votes is not really what is bringing. What you do as a person, you come out to campaigns for elections and all that when you know that you will not be, you are not fit to be there. So you always want to look for means to bypass, short corners and all that, so that you can get there. Either by spending money in reaching out to some persons that you know that could help that process. The learned colleague here said he does not even know if they came from heaven. They went to heaven and came back to have such mind of doing the right thing. It's good. It's part of the process. They must always come with this. I think it's part of the process, but I don't think it will hold waters like the implementation of what they brought as what they saw that should be added to make the elections credible. I don't think it will hold waters, but let's continue to see how it works.
Okay, like he stated, 2027 is 2 years from now. Let's see and know if Beavers will also disappoint, like they stated at the polling units that something that was already rectified by China, and then they were saying that it's developed malfunction. I actually heard that they contacted the office directly and they said they actually fixed it and nothing was wrong. But we kept hearing that Beavers were faulted. So
why did they came out with incidents form? Is that not a method of doing what they are not meant to do? Now the incidents form is used when the Beavers is not working. You can use the incidents form to vote. So using the incidents form, that is what most persons did. They used the incidents form and they voted. We did manual voting in most areas. So these Beavers of a thing like by coming up with their own again. The INEC should look for a way to see how they can come up with something good, because Nigerians are really waiting. We are
states ECOWAS. This is despite several moves by the leadership of the West African Regional Bloc to persuade them to resign their earlier stance. The three countries led by military juntas had on January 28 last year jointly indicated their decision to withdraw their membership from the bloc and consequently chose to regroup under a confederation, the Alliance of Sahel States. While this is ongoing, there are mixed feelings about their possible change of mind, considering what they stand to lose by leaving the bloc. The Senior Special Assistant to Nigeria's President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on Strategic Communications and Communications Advisor to the President on ECOWAS Commission, Linda Nwabuwa Akibe, stated that though anything can happen within the next month, there is their minds after the deadline. According to Akibe, there are at least 132 citizens of Niger, Mali and Burkina Faso serving in different ECOWAS institutions who are likely to lose their jobs. Meanwhile, ECOWAS institutions located in their countries are likely to be shut down. Some of the institutions she noted include the West African Health Organization, Center for Water Resources, and ECOWAS Youth and Sports Development Center, all in Burkina Faso. Other it is unattainable to maintain them due to the circumstances. They will also important Gaba is in terms of dealing with financial crimes and all that, she stated. Let's start with Barrister Okoro. Please, what do you have to say this? Because we've been getting this from Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger saying that they want to exit ECOWAS. What's your thoughts concerning this, considering that they have decided to, they are effective from today, actually living from today? What's your thoughts?
In the Constitution of Nigeria, the advantages and disadvantages before they opted to pull off. Now, remember that the Western world is manipulating these organizations to their own advantage and the disadvantage of these nations that formed the organization. You know that France has been dealing badly with these people, Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger. They are there enjoying their mineral resources to the detriment of the citizens of that country. They said that uranium they get from Burkina Faso is what powers the whole of France.
But that's why they had to break out from ECO, because they weren't getting the support they needed. It's
not just the support. Their continuous association with this organization will still make them to be subservient to
France.
The Western administrative. We are not thinking, and there's nothing like go and think. Give us 20 years, we are not thinking anything. We want to pull off, be on our own. This Western world should leave our countries. And I just learned that is it Senegal